Hi, guys, welcome to another episode of the 100% Joy series. And today I'm going to be talking about being authentically you, living your own truth. You see, what made me decide to talk about this today is the fact that there are a few people I admire, especially on social media. I probably have met some of them in person. And then, of course, I know a few people in person that I admire because they have been able to live above people's validation and people's opinion of them. They've been able to live their truth, who they really are. I think that's a very brave thing to do because it's not something that I was natured to do before. Now things are different. I used to feel like, if I wanted to do something or if I wanted to wear something or if I wanted to try something, I would always want to think of how people would take it or people will view it first. I always put people's opinion before mine. And I think that for years, I don't think I was living in my truth or being who I authentically am. So it's safe to say I probably was wearing a mask. Yeah. Because when you have to downplay yourself to soothe other people's ego or make people like you because you feel that they have to either like you or approve of you. I think it's more of approving of you than liking you. Make people approve of you. I think you're not living your truth. Not that I think, I know you're not living your truth. But you see, I always have admired people who will just be themselves. If you wanted to look a certain way, they will look that way. If you wanted to act a certain way, if you wanted to do a certain thing, if you wanted to live a certain dream, they will go ahead and do it. And I used to just feel that they were so brave. But this was one of the things I noticed with people like that. People genuinely loved them. People who are really in their corner, people who they were meant to inspire, people they were meant to impact, people they were meant to have in their circle, were inspired by them and truly and genuinely love them because there's something about being true to yourself. Because you're being true to yourself and you're expressing your truth, people are able to embrace it. Truth as an energy even speaks louder than the things that we say. When we come back, let's look at why we wear masks. Welcome back. Why do we wear masks? Why do we have the need to look a certain way, present a certain image of ourselves to people? I can assure you it's tough work. Having to be a certain way is tough work. I can't do it. It's something that keeps you in a bottle. It cages you and it stops you from exploring and expressing who you truly are. Now, a lot of times we do that because we need people's approval. We need people's validation. We need that applaud for us to feel good about ourselves. And I think that obviously points out the fact that this is born out of either the lack of self-love or the lack of self-esteem. Because if you're going to need somebody to applaud you, validate you, approve of you, for you to feel good about yourself, then it means that you don't even love the version of yourself that you know. But when you get to a point where you love and accept yourself, it doesn't really matter what anybody thinks, what anybody says, what anybody wants. You love yourself the way you are and you can't wait to show people who you really are because you know that they will accept you for who you are. And honestly, the truth is people will accept you for who you are if you're being honest about it. The only time they might not accept you for who you are is when you're not being honest about it. And it doesn't matter. You can't have everybody like you. And that's the problem. We want to be liked by everyone. Sometimes you get worried because somebody just doesn't vibe with you. You can't have everybody vibing with you, but you have your tribe. You have to focus on your tribe because your tribe will always vibe with you. And that's all you need, but be you. I love that quote, be you, the world will adjust. I saw it somewhere on social media. It says, be you, the world will adjust. And it's the truth. Once you're who you are, once you stand by your truth, you accept yourself, and you're ready to stand by who you are, every other person, the whole world will adjust. They'll get used to it. They'll accept you for who you are. Whether they like you or not, they're going to respect the fact that this is who you are and you're living in that truth. When we come back, let's look at why it's important to be yourself, why you should be authentically you. Welcome back. So I said this in one of my books. I said, when you're busy wearing a mask or being someone else, the things that are meant for you, the blessings that are meant for you, will not be able to locate you, will not be able to find you. Or the things that are meant for you, or the things that life has apportioned for you, will not be able to find you, because when it comes, this is a different person because you're wearing a mask. I always crack that joke. It's in one of my books. And I think really that's how, life really works. Because when you're busy being someone else, what is meant for who you truly are can't come to you, because you would not even know what to do with it. And that's why it's important to be you. And then the second thing is, when you keep living your life to please other people or for their validation and approval, you end up being very resentful and bitter. Because when it doesn't suit them, they're going to turn their backs on you. And then when it suits them, they're going to, give you attention. And you don't want to live your life dependent on what other people, you don't want to live your life on other people's terms. The secret to being really, truly happy is being you. Growing up, we're told what to do, how to look, how to dress, what is good, what is bad. And all that is okay, because you must have some set of principles that you live by. As you grow up, you're going to have to start making decisions, your own decisions about your life. Those principles you grew up with are going to come into play, but you have to find a way to be your own person. Because believe it or not, we're all created customized. No two people are the same. No two people are meant to live the same life. And embracing that uniqueness is where your strength lies. Knowing that you're unique, you're your own person, and it's okay to be different. It's okay not to be like every other person. It's okay not to follow the crowd. It's okay to be this person. So your strength, and you stand out in your uniqueness. So don't see it as what makes you awkward. See it as what makes you stand out. Embrace who you are. That person you are on the inside that is crying to come out. Let yourself be you. And you'll be surprised, people will even love you more for it. So it's time to own your truth, regardless of what anyone thinks. That's all from me today. And until I see you again, remain authentically you.